on here real quick and talk about something that I don't often talk about, and that is MAT. So it's maintenance for alcohol treatment or addiction treatment. For a lot of people, particularly early in recovery, it's very, very challenging because of the cravings that we have for our substances. And, you know, we recognize that there are coping skills we need to learn, or new coping skills, because our substances were our coping skills. So we need to develop new behaviors, new coping skills, right? Well, that takes time. And for a lot of us, we keep failing because the time that it takes us to learn these coping skills, that horrible middle, right? That horrible time in between is really, really challenging. And you know, depending on the substances you're on, particularly heroin and opiates, you know, they are probably the two most challenging. Not to say that the others are not, but the two most challenging physically to withdraw from, to detox from. And so a lot of people find it very helpful to go on a maintenance program. There's several different types of maintenance programs, and you would need to speak to your provider to find out which is best for you. But let me just run down a couple of them that I know of. There's the methadone, right? So the methadone is it's an opiate, but it helps with blocking the receptors, or it actually, you know, clings onto the receptors so that we're not craving opiates. So if you're opiate user, then methadone would be an option. If you're alcohol, methadone is a painkiller. It's not really, some people use it for pain management, but that really wouldn't be an option for you if you're just using alcohol. But many people, it's really, really helped them, you know, on it for a few months or even a few years, where it really helps them bridge that gap, you know, so that they're able to develop some new coping skills and behaviors and stay clean at the same time. Because it's prescribed, it's monitored, and so it doesn't, you know, it doesn't give you that euphoric feeling. It just kind of, I say level the playing field, but it really just kind of, you know, makes it so that you're not suffering from the withdrawal symptoms, the withdrawals, the nausea, the chills, the body aches, the flu-like symptoms, basically, that you go through with opiate withdrawal. Another one along the same lines is Suboxone. So Suboxone, Subutex, a couple of different variations of the same kind of thing. The methadone, you need to go on a daily basis to get dosed, and they do also provide counseling and you know, groups where, you know, that you're developing those coping skills. And then this Suboxone is also prescribed, and they usually get like a 30-day supply. I know some people have gotten 90-day supply, but usually when they start you off, sometimes they'll even start you off for just 2 weeks. They want to see where you are. And they'll start you off both methadone and the Suboxone. They'll start you off at a lower dose and then kind of slowly bring you up, you know, because everybody's different. And so the Suboxone is not a daily thing, you know, you get prescribed. There's still supports around that. It's highly recommended, and some providers will not, you know, prescribe the medication without, you know, having therapy and whatnot to coincide with that. So that's an option. And then there's Vivitrol, which Vivitrol is good for both opiates and alcohol cravings. Now they typically give naltrexone, which is the same drug. It's the same thing, but it's in a pill form. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll start you off on the pill form just to make sure you don't have an allergic reaction and, you know, of things of that nature, to make sure the opiates are completely out of your system. They can't start Suboxone or the Vivitrol or naltrexone unless you've been off opiates for a while, because it will bring you into instant withdrawal symptoms, and it's very, it's not good. So they try to make sure you're off of it for a while, and so the amount of time off of the opiate can vary from people. It could be 7, it could be 10 days, it can be 4 days. For people it's different. So they'll start with the naltrexone typically after 10 days or a week, and they'll give it so that you don't have allergic reaction, and to make sure that you're not going to have instant withdrawals, right? If you're going to have instant withdrawals, it's better that you have the naltrexone, which only lasts 6 hours, versus the shot of the Vivitrol, which lasts 30 days. So getting back to Vivitrol, it lasts 30 days as a shot. One of the things that's great about that, it helps with the cravings, but it also kind of helps you against that impulsivity, right? So if you have a desire to drink, you're not going to feel the euphoric feeling, because it blocks the receptors. It blocks it so that you don't feel that. And so it just might prevent you at that moment from drinking, and maybe give you a chance to, a lot of times these urges don't last long. It'll give you a chance to maybe do something else to help with that urge. And then the last one that I know of is antabuse. Antabuse is typically for alcohol. It is also a pill that you take. It accumulates in your system, and once you have it in your system, so antabuse, you can't drink on it. You drink on it, you're gonna get sick. Trust me, I've drank on it before, and you don't die, but you feel like you're gonna die. So it kind of, again, that impulse control, right? And once you're on it for a couple of weeks, it stays in your system, so that let's say you were to stop taking it and to drink, it would take 2 weeks to get out of your system. So it helps with the impulse control, gives you some time to think about it, maybe get some other help, support, what have you. So those are some options that if you are in early recovery and you're struggling and you can't seem to stop and put down the substances, and you struggle with the impulsivity, the urges, the cravings, those are some options for you. If you have any further questions, I'm not a doctor, but you can leave a comment, and if I can't answer them, I'll direct you to someplace that you can get the answers from. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Send them that text, give them a call, give them a great big hug every chance you get. And stay blessed. If you like my videos, follow me. Hit the subscribe button, and you can check me out on Facebook as well. And until next time, guys, stay blessed. Peace.